order. Ms. Byram, may I have roll call, please?
Yes. Ms. Anderson?
Here.
Ms. Dawson?
Here.
Ms. Harrington?
Here.
Mr. Ricketts?
Here.
Madam Chair, the clerk certifies the presence of a quorum.
May we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any adjustments to the agenda?
No, ma'am.
May I have a motion?
Motion to approve the agenda?
May I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Moving on. Dr. Horning.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, Madam Chair, members of the board. First, let me extend our deep thanks to you all for being flexible and willing to come in and meet this morning. Earlier this week, we received an unsolicited PPEA from Gilbane, along with RRMM as the architect. And today, we would like to recommend to the board that you all approve the draft resolution. And Ms. Byron, if you would pull that up. And so we have been working closely with our attorney to ensure that this is ready to go and ready for you all to look at. Inside of this document, essentially by voting and approving this resolution, you will see we will take care of a number of things that are enumerated here. Number one, this will officially accept the unsolicited PPEA from Gilbane Building Company. If you could scroll down, please, Laura. Once you take a vote, and if it is approved, our next step is to post the information and let other interested parties know that we have accepted a PPEA. And our goal would be to get the information posted today, so that today would serve as day one, and it would be open for a 45-day period in order to accept competing proposals from other contractors. If you could scroll down, please, Laura. If we're able to maintain this timeline, 45 days would be December the 22nd, 2025. At that point, you see the recommendation of the individuals serving on the evaluation committee, and you see that we must meet and review the proposals, rank the proposals, interview the top proposer or proposers, if any, and then ultimately make a recommendation to the school board at its earliest convenience with a recommendation on with whom to proceed to the phase of negotiations. And again, we will follow the procurement process for competitive negotiation, and that is enumerated in this document as well. You can see that we also should seek out and take into account comments received from the public as well as from the local jurisdictions, and with this being at the high school, that would be not only Orange County, but also the town council of Orange. If you could scroll down. As you see, we will post all proposals received by the board on the website on the closing date. And as always, the school board, the school division and the school board, we are under FOIA, and so we will ultimately have to make any determinations on the applicability of FOIA should any of those requests come through. And so essentially this resolution, should it pass, opens up the window for us to receive competing proposals from other contractors. And then ultimately, at the end of the window, all information becomes public, and we evaluate and come to the board with a recommendation on who to proceed with. Also posted to the agenda and also at your chairs is Gilbane's public-facing proposal. for your information. And that is all I have for you this morning.
All right, I will open it up for any questions. Mr. Rickett? You don't touch that microphone unless you want to talk, so.
So just a couple of comments. So wow, we're here. Pretty incredible, and in some ways unbelievable. But you know, through hard work and perseverance, we're able to get here. So I want to thank, you know, Dr. Hornick. You know, first and foremost, you know, the leadership matters. It matters, and you know, continuing to push and not letting this go is one of the big reasons that we're sitting here today. The group here in front of me, you know, I've gotten to know you guys over the last couple of years, and all I can say is wow. Orange County's very lucky to have the group here in front of me. This particular board, the progress that we have made on this in a short period of time goes to the ability to communicate, collaborate, to get things done for the citizens, the young people really here of Orange County. And then to the community. The community has spoken loud and clear. This is what they want. This is what we're going to give them. And then my last comment is I want everybody to just take a minute and understand, you know, by us moving this forward, this changes Orange County in such a large way, in a number of ways. We're able to give our young people that do not want to go to a four-year school opportunities. They will leave our school system with skills. What it does on an economic scale, I see Mr. Capel here, Supervisor-elect for District 1. When we speak to outside businesses that want to come here, our workforce is part of the conversation that we have with these businesses that want to come here. We now can have that conversation, and we can bring them to a facility to show we are developing and training the skills necessary to move forward. And as Renee reminds me quite often, we're already doing this in this much of a space, and we're doing it well. So again, thanks to all those that have been involved. You know, I thanked Bill Hager before. I can't believe he's not here, but that's okay. Other than that, that's all I have.
I would love to thank everyone that's been involved in this process and this decision over multiple years. And I would like to thank my fellow board members for being able to come to conversations and decisions that will absolutely positively impact our students and our school division. And I'm just proud to be a part of this. I'm excited that we're going to actually be starting to go forward where it's, you know, there's a light there. Ms. Honecker, your dedication to the CT program is to be commended. Thank you so much. Dr. Hornick, your leadership and your vision and your energy is just boundless and amazing, and we appreciate it. And I will also love to thank Jack's mother, who's no longer with us. I've never had a chance to meet her, but she has driven this process, and I'm so proud, and I'm pleased to be a part of this board and would like to thank you all. So thank you.
I'll just say ditto. It's all already been said, but I'm thrilled that we're at this moment after so many years of discussing it and kicking the can and kicking the can. It's an exciting day in Orange County to be able to move this forward, and well said.
Well, since I'm the only one left. Again, I agree with the rest of the board here. I do have a couple questions, though, unfortunately. The one question that I had, if we fall under this timeline, it puts us into next year, beginning of next year, I'm assuming.
So if we open the 45-day window today, the 45-day window will close on December the 22nd. At that point, we will be gathering and we will be working over the winter break to do what is in the bottom of 4, if you could scroll down, which is to meet and review proposals, rank, and we are going to let anybody who submits a proposal, any company, know that we plan to do interviews. Not that they're guaranteed an interview, but I want them to know ahead of time that our goal is to do interviews the first full week when we get back in January, which would be somewhere between the week of the 5th to the 9th. And the first meeting in January 26th of the incoming school board would be the 12th of January, and that is our target to have a recommendation to the board for which proposal, if any, to move forward with. So that is correct. It would be, ultimately the decision will be in early 26.
Okay. The other question that I have, as far as the evaluation committee, I would suggest that we add at least 1 or 2 board members to that. And then since that process will start this year and then also lead into next year, and we will have a whole new board, could we add something to that to allow for that?
We absolutely can add whatever the board feels that you all would like to add, so I will leave that to you all to discuss. That is not a problem.
If we could, just a suggestion, maybe leave it like this, let them do the evaluations, because to be honest, that's been protocol, for the 2 years I've been here. Anytime we've, done any kind of proposal, Marty, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all have always done the evaluations and then brought a presentation or a recommendation forward. And then I think timing is a big piece, having a board transition during this just streamlines it to me a little bit.
I would feel better if we were able to add that. I think it would only be fair to the incoming new board that they would have the ability to be able to be on that evaluation committee if need be. And at that point, they can decide whether they want to or not.
Yeah, I'm obviously disagreeing. As someone that's been here for, 2 years, that first month as an incoming board member is pretty much a big blur. You're meeting this staff, getting to know Dr. Hornick, and then learning what your role is. I think we have some terrific people here, and we need to allow them to do their job. And at the end of the day, the presentations will come back to this board, and we will have the final say.
Agreed. I don't disagree with you. I just feel that it would be beneficial, and also we wouldn't be eliminating them as they're coming into a new seat to have that ability to be on this evaluation committee.
May I? I have to agree with Board Member Rickett. I think that if this is the way that we have proceeded in the past, it is appropriate to maintain and continue that process. I do also agree that this information will come back to all of us as the full board, and that is the appropriate place for the final decision to be made. At the beginning of January, when we do come back, I also understand and remember that that is a time where we evaluate and make recommendations and choose the committees that will work in the board's capacity. So I imagine that once we get to that place in January, whoever is the person that's dedicated to, or the persons dedicated to the CIP CTE committee will be very involved. And as we know, this last year we had a little bit of a glitch with some communication. So we will have an expectation that there is a lot more timely communication, both written and or delivered to the board as necessary. So I would have to agree that we should maintain the process that we have followed in the past.
Ms. Dawson, do you have anything?
Yes, I need to speak. I'm honestly ambivalent about that. It wouldn't hurt to have a board member on there, but ultimately we are going to see it all anyway. So I don't feel strongly either way, honestly.
Okay. Are there any other questions? All right. We would like to move forward.
I would like to make a motion, excuse me. I would like to make a motion to accept an unsolicited proposal under the Public-Private Education Facilities and Infrastructure Act of 2002 and authorize an advertisement and evaluation thereof as presented in the resolution of the Orange County School Board November 7th, 2025 special called meeting.
May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right. Are there any other board comments?
Let's build a CTE building. Let's get it going. Yeah.
Just one second. Hey, Laura, can you pull this up and put it on the screen?
Ah, that picture.
Thank you. I just want to highlight something our people are doing in our programs. We're doing not me, Feeding OC program. We have a hunger issue in Orange County, and there's too many good people in this county to have a hunger issue, and let's get behind it. And the schools are taking the lead. And we have, I don't have my glasses. I think it says Cameron Welch. Yep, thank you. We have Cameron Welch. So for people watching, reach out. Let's get some foods and some backpacks, and let's get it over there. And then the other thing I would like to also see us do is let's get our schools involved in some form of a coat drive. I think this winter is going to be tough, and we have some people in our county in need, and let's step up and get it done. Thank you.
I would say that I do know that the Lions Club of Lake of the Woods is currently going forward with the coat drive, so I don't know if it's something that we have any coordination with, but if you're unable... Thank you. Thank you very much. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Okay, thank you for that.
Ms. Dawson, do you have anything? Good? All right. Thank you all for coming. We're adjourned.
Thank you.